Hey, welcome back to day 2 on the trailer build. So today we need to finish welding this piece onto here. So I need to get the rest of this bracket cut out, clean off this metal. And the other thing I forgot that I need to do is in this triangle space here, need to get this prepped and ready so we can put a piece of mesh in here. So they want to use this as a toolbox sort of thing to put chains and load binders and such in there. So let's get started. Okay, so if you heard that loud pop, I don't know if you could hear it above the grinder, but when I cut through this piece, it sprung out, which made me wonder if this piece or the trailer is bowed. So I got my straight edge here, and I have that straight against there. And if you come over to here, you can see there's a gap. If you put this onto there, that's lined up, and that's lined up. So this piece of angle is straight. So that means this trailer has a slight like bow into it, which would make a lot of sense because over there it was really tight there, and the further over we got, the further over it came. So it's like when they built this trailer actually went like this. Has a slight bow in it. Probably would look like to be about a 1/4 inch on this side, which would line up with the 1/4 inch that's over there. So just something interesting to see, that when they build trailers, even though they're using a jig of some sort, that the trailer doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to be perfectly square. At this point, I'm just splitting hairs on it, but at the end of the day, it is interesting to see, because if you put wood on this deck, you would have never noticed, but putting the metal on and having straight cuts, or at least relatively straight cuts, shows you the inconsistencies in the building process. After talking to the customer a little more about this back section, you can see how it's bent. And not only is it bent this way, it's also bent this way in the middle too. So it kind of goes up and over. So I talked to him about that, and he wants to get that replaced. So I talked to the customer, and we're replacing this piece, which entails cutting it off the trailer, and then I have to create all new pieces. These are really worn out. I have to create all new pieces for the gates to slide into. So here's the bar that goes through, and it goes through to that one, and then from there over. So we're going to replace this piece, this one, which you can see the bend is in the middle, and this one, which actually dips down about 1 inch in the center. This one dips down a little bit, but it has more of a curve this way. So I'm going to start by cutting this piece off, and then we'll weld a new piece on here so we don't lose the squareness of the trailer. And then once we weld that piece on there, then we'll cut these off and replace these. You know, on second thought, I might just cut the piece right here and up the side, and I'll only lose 1.5 inches, 1 3/4, and I can have a whole new piece to weld on underneath. I don't have to worry about trying to cut all this crap out underneath. The only thing that might make a difference is this side piece. Since the channel goes here, the new channel would be up here. It'll just stick down a little bit. But I think that might be the smarter thing to do, is just lop it off here and cut up there and just give myself a whole new area to work with. And then for the sheet steel, I already have the one piece cut. I'll just have to cut 1.5 inches off of it, and it should still bring me to the back over here. So yeah, let's just do that. We'll just cut this off because the lights are back there. That support piece is right there, so that's out of the way. So there's plenty of room to move this up just 1.5 inches. I don't think it's going to make any difference on what he's putting on here or hauling. So this isn't even, from the front of that to here, isn't even 16 feet exactly anyway. It's like from the very front all the way back, I want to say is like 15, 11 anyway. So, and he doesn't put lumber on this thing. So yeah, we'll just cut this off on this side and cut it off on that side too. There's no way I would have been able to cut all of this out and have a nice clean working surface. That would have been way too much cutting. And it really measured out to 1 5/8 of an inch. So now I have a nice clean space to work with. And I can put everything up there, clean all the metal off. I don't have to worry about if this was tweaked at the end. And it just gives me a nice welding surface to start with, a nice work surface. The only crappy part is I'm going to have to rebuild 6 of these things, but that's not the end of the world. So we still got one more to do.